Hi, my name is Alli McBay, and I'm going to be presenting on cheerleading is a sport as a fact, and also that the underrated athleticism that is present within the sport and the talent and power it takes to be in competitive cheerleading today. For those of you who are unfamiliar or don't know very much about cheer and the nature of the sport, I'm going to be listing reasons why it is considered not only to be a sport, but to be one of the hardest sports in the U.S. I believe that many of you guys will find these facts both shocking and interesting, and you might want to reconsider the next time you think about telling a cheerleader or anyone in the competitive world that that the sport that they're doing is in fact not a sport. Additionally, the training in cheerleading, in competitive cheerleading, is just as extensive, if not more strenuous, than other sports. I've been on a competitive team, whether it's softball or cheerleading just recently or gymnastics, and I've never been on a competitive cheer team that has failed to exclude long and extreme hours of conditioning. This can include push-ups, sit-ups, stretches, running countless miles before and after practice. And as much as it sounds like they're just trying to make us tired, this cardio training actually prepares us for the incredible amount of endurance and cardio required for competition, in which cheerleaders are expected to hit jumps, dance motions, cheer, tumbling, all of our stunts full out in just a 3-minute time limit in order to prove that your team is the best, and to actually get further bids to competitions. You can't just compete without actually receiving an invitation to those competitions. Believe it or not, most cheerleaders, all cheerleaders actually, don't just cheer for other sports like basketball and football at games as their only source of performance. In competitive cheer, which I would label more so the athletic aspect of cheer, which is consistently or constantly undermined, these cheerleaders live and breathe for competitions, and they spend hours practicing to ensure a flawless 2-minute and 30-second portrayal of what they have worked on all season. It'd be as if football trained all season for the sport, and then they only had 2 minutes and 30 seconds of a game to show all that they had worked for. These events are also very competitive in the sense that hundreds and sometimes thousands of teams nationwide will come together with only one goal on their mind, which is, of course, to take first place. A quick fun fact, too, cheerleaders actually, unlike gymnasts, don't get that spring floor to perform on, and they actually have to do all of the gymnastic skills that are commonly seen in actual gymnastics, but on only a foam panel, which is really only as thick as a 1.5-inch binder. In conclusion, I believe that cheerleading deserves more recognition in all aspects of sports, in college, in competitive cheer, simply because visuals like NFL cheerleaders and the cheerleaders you see at your high school or on television don't exactly portray the image of athleticism that competitive cheer pertains. People in today's society don't even give cheerleaders enough respect to see it as a sport, yet alone consider or recognize it to be one of the hardest sports. Cheerleaders, these athletes have to deal with the stereotypes, the gossip, the social standards that society puts on us. But I hope after this presentation, it would be easier to recognize competitive cheer as an athletic sport and recognize the talent and hard work that is needed to compete.